Hello and welcome back to Lords of the Fallen. I am Kisvenken.
Damn, brother.
Sorry about the disconnect yesterday. The internet went down in our area due to a storm, so not much we could do.
Seems like everything's working well now. And that would make sense why I was having trouble at the beginning of the stream too.
So yesterday we were working on Crucible of Fire, is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And the stream ended with the Light Reaper fight. We actually started and finished the Sundered Monarch before the entire thing went down. So, on to the next one.
A deer. Oh dear.
Ah, dear, what is the matter, dear? This fight.
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth?
So we got
For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malfactors judges turned my own children against me, and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter.
Another shield.
Judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I crossed the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the heathen forces.
I don't know where the other ones are. Maybe it's down below.
Even I fell.
There's one guy in the center that's not infected right now. Here's a guy.
Able to kill a god,
Got him?
despite their best efforts.
Ah, here's one. Oh, he's got
Has
a
a shield.
Blackened and corpse choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this battle,
Got a shield.
which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile,
Here's two.
themselves from the divine oppression of which
Did I
they
just miss him again?
And
I got
yet,
him.
How little time
Got
passed
it?
before the judges
Looks like it.
themselves were raised. I look upon you with pity, my
So
lost
again, we
child,
have another gimmick fight,
for you have been
kind of the
deceived
final boss
and
even,
enslaved by forces
which is not
who
uncommon for
regard you
Souls
as nothing
games,
more than an
so
instrument through which
not a big
they might
deal.
enact their
It
blasphemous
was
will and prevent
pretty well done
my
fight. I
rightful
mean, this is
return.
more like the Congregation, Dark Souls 3's Congregation. A little bit disappointing, but at the same time, how do you have a giant fight you, other than be a gimmick? There's really almost no way they can do it.
It's too bad the deer path doesn't have any boss fight.
A special one?
Yeah. Because then that would mean all three of them would have a special boss fight you could go for. So we got the coins. Let's use that. That should be 1,000 coins. $1,000 puffer coins.
That's a lot. You can buy 3 pieces of the gear, pretty much, with that much. And between the 5 or 6 runs on these characters alone, and that 1,000, that's enough to buy all the armor, basically.
I'll be able to buy all of it. And they're permanently unlocked for your game, so you could make a new character.
Yeah, every character gets them. So great. Including the Tinks. Right?
Yeah, and the tinks, so you could just sit here with like 20 different tinks, any style you want with like 3
I
different...
think the Tinks are one of the coolest additions.
Yeah, they're so nice. I mean, I'm not wearing the same armor set. I think I'm wearing Pieda's chest piece and gloves. And I'm wearing a completely different helmet. And it looks like I'm wearing a set of armor that goes well together.
Such a cool boss. The actual boss room reminds me of Bloodborne boss, the first giant werewolf that you fight. It's the same design for the boss room.
You're even on a bridge.
But then you have a angel creature that you're fighting, and really cool. Not very strong though.
Yeah, it's a pleasing first boss compared to other games.
Now this reminds me of Sekiro.
Ah, wow, he did a ton.
He hit you?
Yeah, he hit me instead of me. I was trying to parry him and that didn't work out.
No. The spell that he casts is one of the best humble spells in the game.
That's what I'm using right here.
And it's ridiculous. He's the first beacon guardian that you have to fight. So, granted, our first playthrough, we did not come down here until the very end. This was the last area we went to. Which is why we messed up so many NPC storylines. Because you're meant to go this way first.
He's definitely scaled up a
I
bit.
cannot actually see you in my game. You just see that golden dot.
You're able to see him?
I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see a name?
No, you're just a golden dot floating around.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
I'm not actually wearing Pieda's armor. I switched because I got enough carry weight to this, but still. Oh, it's the helmet and pants, but because the tinks, it all looks like a ghost
you
bow.
can. Like, let me see if I can take off the colors. Can you remove? There we go. These don't go together at all, right?
Yeah.
But if I apply any tint, all of a sudden they match. It's amazing. Really well done and thought out. So fashioned souls can be accomplished with any combination.
It's great.
The only real downside to that is that there's almost no point in wearing anything except the heaviest gear. Because there's, at least from my experience, there doesn't seem to be a difference between light and medium that is significant enough to make you want to go light. They really need to buff that. And I would probably be light all the time if I was actually getting something for it. But you get more armor for medium, so it's just medium is better.
So much better wearing the medium armor.
And at the moment, I would be heavy if I didn't have so many points on. What is the stat? Endurance? Yeah, endurance. I've got 50 endurance, so I'm wearing some of the heaviest. You're pretty much the same boat. Except your shield weighs so much and your weapon weighs so much you can't.
I've had to lower my armor.
Yeah,
quite a
you
bit.
can't put all the heaviest stuff on, but gear-wise, I'm wearing the heaviest helmet, the third heaviest chest piece, the heaviest gloves, and the heaviest pants in the game. We've got all the trophies, by the way, so we have all the armor and all the weapons. I don't know that these are the best weapons I could be wielding. I've got 92 strength and agility. They're probably not the strongest damaging weapons, but they have 3 triangle rune slots, so I have increase range damage in each slot on both weapons.
Oh,
so that's 6 of that rune.
That's increasing your main damage, which...
My main damage is the Horror Dervla's crossbow. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, let's do the next one.
Judge Clerk. And I'll finish the Crucibles of Fire. Now we're doing a... what? Oh, he didn't give you the cutscene. Huh.
Yeah, I don't have the cutscene.
Let's skip it.
So my buddy's sitting there skipping, like floating, kind of. And now he's a single dot. Okay.
So what I was about
Something
to
is
say,
up.
we're doing sort of a challenge where we have to not die to any of the 3 Crucibles, Fire, Light, and Darkness, I think? All in a row, can't die to any of it. And...
that way you can unlock the final Crucible.
yeah, that's our hopes.
We have no idea what will be included in that one. Except maybe the NPC bosses.
I think it might be every single boss in the game, but... no clue.
That would be neat. Just do a boss rush of every boss. One after the other with no break. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be fun. So we got Severed Hand Bundle, that's another 1,000 hands. With all the invasions that people invaded us, I think we'll be able to buy all that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's Easter egg right here. Gotta not die to unlock that one. I hope logging out to mess with it.
Yeah, we stopped because we wanted to do this on stream. So this will probably be the final stream for a while. We might, in fact I know for a fact we do want to try some of the other challenges in the game, like the bucket head challenge. Is that the only one that's left now? The bucket head. I think that's all that's left for us. We have the platinums. We have the Iron Man. We haven't completed the Iron Man at all.
Oh yeah, the full set of...
So we have 2 types of challenges we could be working on. And we would like to do that. But we're going to switch to another game for a little while, I think.
Hollowed Crow.
Hollow Crow.
This one can be a bit tough.
Since we figured out it's secret, I don't think it's really given us that much of a challenge. So, it doesn't seem like the scaling is any different from yesterday. We thought that there was some upscaling going on, but the Crucibles seem to be just the same difficulty as a new game plus 0.
Let's use some mana. That should bring me up to cap. I really like that the shield has 4 of the diamonds. It's really nice.
The diamond shape instead of the triangles would be too helpful for me, I don't think. What do you have in there?
I've got 3 grant small amount of mana
Oh,
regeneration.
right. So you're able to regenerate almost all your mana while buffing constantly.
Now I can't have the regeneration one, but if I turn that off, I gain my mana back. It's very slow, but if I use like one of these, then I haven't been losing anything.
Hey, here we go.
Sweet. I can also turn that one off and my mana will regenerate.
Yeah, we could combine the two challenges when we go through, but I think Buckethead will be a little bit harder for us. Iron Man isn't. It's no problem.
Yeah, we should be able to.
It's the worry of not doing a great amount of damage, you know?
Oh, I thought I was in a cutscene for a second. Okay, skip. Crucible. The Unbroken Promise. Do you know what this boss is?
Howard Dervla?
Oh yeah, that could be it. And then next is...
That's what it is.
Okay, that makes sense. The Umbral Path, yeah.
Another.
What's she doing up there?
Come on. Oh, she's doing something.
And to buff her before we kill her?
I guess. Kill her too quick.
She hasn't done that before.
Every time we got to her, so... We missed out on the creature. That's hill. Not very much damage, but I'll get stun locked or something.
Okay. One more.
Then we can see what we...
This is our third chance to fight Leanne. The rest of these bosses we've fought 20 or 30 times.
Yeah, all of these we fought. Especially Pieta and Congregator.
Actually, this is our fourth because we did do my Crucible. Or have we not done this? No, we've done this. We did this Crucible.
Oh yeah, we did, so you can get the eyes, right? We didn't do them all in a row, though.
No, I died while I was in Iron Man, thinking that it wouldn't count against Iron Man, and then it did. So I lost my progress. You gotta go through all of the fire, light, and
Darkness.
darkness, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
To unlock the last Crucible.
I want to buff with both. What those?
So this is a Dark Pieta. She likes to fly around.
I missed. Did she summon that thing? Oh, there it is.
There we go. It's gone.
Oh, wow, nice. Oop, guys, stand back.
Yeah, I don't want to be this close. Come on, we're back, we're back. There we go.
I can't hear from up there. This way, there, though.
She's not taking damage.
Oh, she summoned a reflection.
She summoned a reflection.
Oh, I
She
ran out
wasn't
of
taking
mana.
damage before that either.
Oop, you stunned her. I'm trying to get that crit. Got it. Oop, that didn't kill her because of the weapon.
Wither help. Oh well. She's not as cool as Pieta. But it does remind me quite a bit of the Dark Souls 2 DLC boss that is one of the toughest bosses in Dark Souls 2. He has that orb that he shoots out fire, dark fire orbs around him, and he has a great big two-handed sword. Fume Knight.
Yeah, Fume Knight, that's his name. I was trying to remember. Oh, here we go. Crucible of the Lords. What we got here? We got Pieta, Congregator, Hush Saint, Spring Progeny, Hollow Crow, Unbroken Promise, Tancred, Cleric, Light Reaper, Sundered Monarch. So it's all the bosses, Adir and Iliane, the Starved. And the item, it looks like it's going to give us probably 1,000 of each item.
Maybe. I guess we will see. My guess is it's going to be like 500. But
Oh, holy Ori.
if you've already completed the other thing, you don't need 1,000 of each one. Wonder if they're scaled up or anything. You might have more life.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Hopefully it goes on to the next boss.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. That's not how it's been doing it.
Oh well. Like I said yesterday, it gives the people a chance to respec or change your gear in between crucibles, fights.
Right, if you're doing it really low, then
If you're on a low level or you haven't min-max like we did right away. I've basically been using this since the beginning of my first run on this character. After I stopped trying the Iron Man, that is.
I've been using the defense spell since I got it.
Yeah. And the randomizer gave us stuff that we shouldn't have had, and the increased plus 10 loot
Oh, that's amazing.
started dropping. I mean, we were level 100 really quickly because you just, while you're playing this game over and over again, you get it quickly. I don't know what level I am now.
I think we're both above like 300.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm level 300 actually.
Ah, missed it again. Stun him. Oh, it cancelled it. Honestly, this class feels kind of like a time sink if you miss the crit. You have to
It's like the raids. Reminds me of a MMO enemy that we used to fight in Lord of the Rings Online. They're these dark wraith ghost creatures that they just evaporate whenever they feel like they're in danger, I guess.
And sometimes they would do it right before they
It just draws the fights out so long. It's annoying.
die. So if you go there super high level, then you try and kill them, and they're like, you gotta wait a couple seconds. So painful.
Mm-hmm. But the black cloaked wraith that's in this game does the same thing. Just hide underground. I wish we could hit them while they're in the pool.
Perhaps she could start going up. It's pretty cool though to have a thing to unlock from this.
This was a really cool addition, definitely. Especially since it was so hard to get the multiplayer currencies. It would have been horrible playing this at the very beginning of the game, trying to get the multiplayer currencies and just dying in PvP. You don't get any hands. But you need them all to get all this stuff, right? Although, to be clear, none of the 3 multiplayer currencies are needed for any of the trophies. You don't need any of it.
Yeah, you don't.
Except to turn in 10 of each thing for that single turn-in trophy.
Right.
You don't have to buy anything though, you just turn in 10. That's how they got people to contribute to each group, so they would unlock the final bonus. And ever since it's been unlocked, it's stayed unlocked. I'm not sure if they intended for it to be like a battle pass type situation. That's the way it feels, but they've just kept it unlocked the entire time. Seems. Which was a good choice.
Yeah,
I don't like the idea of having a battle pass for a game that isn't extremely populated.
It'll be so
For a
difficult.
multiplayer situation. She should be here any second. That was delayed.
Yeah, I got hit in the back and then it hit me with the explosive, which doesn't even do any damage. Kinda odd.
Oh, I can't wait to see Lords of the Fallen 2, if they do come out with one. Obviously they remade Lords of the Fallen already and just called it Lords of the Fallen a second time. The first one was alright. We played it and I believe it was totally solo. It wasn't the worst Souls-like we've ever played, for sure. But obviously it wasn't the best. This one? I don't know. Would you say this is the best Souls-like? It's the most like Dark Souls and also different from Dark Souls?
Yeah, I think so.
There are a lot of good ones out there. Salt and Sanctuary, Salt and Sacrifice were pretty decent, but they're being a two-dimensional game.
It's not.
It's a little bit different.
Not the same thing. And other games like Nioh have a lot more, I guess, story involved with it. Unlike this here.
Nioh was very, very fun. But it is, although it came out before Sekiro, it's a lot more like Sekiro, which I don't consider Sekiro a Souls game.
Yeah, it's going away from what is Souls.
What we consider a Souls-like is you have to manage your stamina. You have to use your stamina to dodge, block, parry, you know, attack, all of that. That's stamina management. That's Souls. So Cuphead is not Souls-like for us. We think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that doesn't
Remnant is an amazing game, but it's a sci-fi game. It's not Souls-like to the same degree as this is. But it is a Souls-like.
Yeah, it's got guns, which is also not the normal.
Yeah.
For Souls.
We do really love Remnant. It was a great game.
Remnant 2. Yeah.
Right.
Remnant 1
Not to be confused with Remnant 1.
is different.
We enjoyed playing Remnant 1. It was kind of boring compared to Remnant 2. It was very boring. A lot of running, doing nothing. Run to the next field of enemies, kill them, run to the next field of enemies. It had some really cool puzzles, which is one of our favorite things about Remnant. But when we played Remnant, which was, I want to say like 4 to 6 months after it came out, the first Remnant, the final boss was bugged. We could not complete the final boss fight.
It was just, you can't, I don't even know if you can do it to this day, to be honest.
And I'm not a fan of releasing games like that. Don't do that. If there is a bug that is so big that the player cannot finish the game, you have no business charging money for it.
It's quite
You need to
disappointing
fix
too.
the problems like that before you put the game out.
Because if you're right at the end of the game and you experience a bug,
And the run back to that boss fight was insane. So we haven't even gotten back on since they fixed it for most people, I'm sure. But I mean, it's been years and years at this point. We could get back on and finish that game, but nobody wants to do that run back.
just to see that it's bugged again, right?
Right, there's a chance that it's still bugged. We don't know. But the boss was invincible, I believe, and there was a situation where you would go into another realm and come out and then fight the boss. I can't recall exactly what the situation was, but it was just flat out bugged for us. We could not kill the boss. It was not like it was just that we were bad at it. It was impossible. It would not
You
register
can't do damage to it.
So it was very frustrating. Remnant 2, though, no problems like that. It was a great game. Absolutely loved it.
No, we didn't like the end boss for that one either, did we? We were frustrated with the final fight in Remnant 2.
I can't recall.
He had a lot of things that weren't in the game.
He keeps on stepping to the side, so I'm missing all of my shots. Stop circling around me! There we go. I'm sorry, what was the boss in Remnant 2? I can't remember
It had
now.
like some sort of glitchy thing going on with it, and it also brought you to a new realm. But that could have also been because of the difficulty that we had it on.
Right, we did. Oh, that's right. We hated that boss.
To keep
I
on
remember now.
moving.
We had it on a harder difficulty because if you're rewarded, like if you're a game developer and you're putting a hard difficulty setting in your game and you reward the players for playing that difficulty, we are one of the first types of people that will, you know, at least attempt it. Try to get the extra rewards.
You're
And Remnant 2 does that.
rewarded with
So if you want to
special
challenge Remnant
weapons or
2,
something.
you can choose your difficulty up to a certain point. You have to beat one of the harder difficulties to unlock the final hard difficulty. Or the final 2 hard difficulties, I don't recall. But, yeah. They did a pretty good job with that. Anyway, Remnant 2, it is a very good Souls-like. But it isn't like Souls as much, because Souls is a fantasy game with magic and swords and sorcery, right?
Yeah, not quite the same thing.
But they did a great job making it a gun version of Dark Souls. This is more like Souls though, that's for sure. What other Souls-likes have we played? got a lot of life. That still hit me even though I dodged through it. Okay, he's
I
back.
played
He's up in the sky.
Liza P was one of them.
Yeah, that had some really neat bosses, but I don't like the story at all. I think it's ridiculous. It's like, yes, the people that are making these games are not the best storytellers from the beginning. But at least they're not stealing the story that is from something else. They're at least trying to do something, you know, semi-unique.
Yeah, a little bit different than your normal. He's really moving around a bunch. Oh, he dodged
He
it.
is, and it's messing up my shots, but we'll get him. Oh, he got me
Ooh.
there. I might actually die from that. Bleed somehow. I'll be like that.
Buried him there. What other Souls-likes? I don't think God of War is considered a Souls-like, because it doesn't have the stamina.
I'm stuck in place for some reason. Okay, now I can move. I hate it when it does that.
Yikes. He dodged it. Can't use mana.
He was invincible for a second, I guess. Because he did no damage with that. I died. Ooh. I hope that doesn't affect anything. I guess we already are in the Crucibles, so...
Ooh.
Pathetic.
I really don't think he's scaled up. I think we're just having bad luck.
He's dodging all of our attacks, so he's... Can't revive you, so...
Oh well. As long as he dies, and you don't, that's all that matters.
Yep.
Some people would say that Hollow Knight is a Souls-like as well, but it's a platformer. It's Metroidvania platformer. Really liked that game at first, and then I got to the part where it was parkour, and I hated the devs immediately. That was so horrible to put those saws. I made it all the way to the castle area that has all the saw jumps that you have to do exactly perfectly right.
Oh,
And I stopped playing at that point in the game. Right before I realized, oh, I could have put... There was a thing you could teleport to the position they put the teleporter down. I could have put that teleporter down there and just teleported back to that place, but I didn't put it down there. So...
I still wonder when Silksong is gonna come out.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on that
Barlow
for...
likes that a lot more than I did. After I saw that, I was like, you're just making it painful to play. It's not fun. Lots of people love it though. I loved it until then. What was that boss's name? The vampire guy that you beat?
The Truth? I can't remember.
Well, you beat the entire game 100%, but...
The Phantom Truth. I can't remember his name for sure, but it's been a while. Yeah, that's the game I planned. I do all the,
I seem to be doing most damage.
Ooh. Maybe I didn't get you with the buff.
You don't buff my damage. Right?
One of them does.
Okay, we got him. I don't know, maybe they're scaled up in this Crucible. The Light Reaper was harder as well.
And the boss before that gave us a little bit of trouble. The Judge Cleric.
That's 10 of 12 though.
Don't die now! Don't die now! I wonder if it's still just going to give me more of the, for the second time, is it just going to be more, I can't remember what those are called.
Tinks? Oh yeah, those.
Because by this point,
Umbral
you shouldn't need any more, right?
parasites.
Because I mean, you probably
Scourings, yeah.
beat the game, you probably
The
have
Umbral
everything.
Scourings.
Dear?
Yeah, by the time you've gone through the game 4 times on the same character, I think that's a minimum for this, to get all of these Crucibles. You probably already have everything ready to go, huh?
I didn't need the regeneration. We didn't start until I moved a little bit further.
Manipulations, to millennia of shameful distortions of the truth. For eons,
So while we're waiting for the first orbs to fly out, I like to try and find anyone that has a shield.
Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those 3 power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter.
Ah, there's one. Is he got a shield? Oop, no shield.
The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I created the Rogar
There's one.
as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the human forces. In the end, I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts.
This one has a shield.
I think this is a timed boss, or if you don't kill it fast enough, then
And corpse choked by their crusade.
this one's got shield too.
Hey, I got that shield.
To this barren ground,
Then he'll just
which has served
explode, killing you.
ever
Got
since.
that guy?
Meanwhile,
I'm looking for one more now.
minds set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me.
Okay, going up the
And
stairs.
yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves
Did you find it?
were raised
Not yet. Oh, here it
to the
is.
status of demigods. Figures of worship,
Got him.
their real ambition
Good job.
all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded themselves into believing a triumph. I look upon you with pity, my lost child. For you have been deceived and enslaved by forces who regard you as nothing more than an instrument through which they might enact their blasphemous will.
It would be
and
really nice
prevent
to skip
my
this
rightful return.
in the Crucibles, you know? We don't need the story here. That wasn't the end though, was it?
Yeah, we have one more. It's
Eliane?
yeah. The Umbral Pieta.
Let's go. See what you get for the rewards. This might actually be enough materials to not have to do any co-op or PvP.
You got the Umbral one out.
Yep, it's attacking me. Ooh, that definitely had more life.
I think I'm trying for a strong attack. Ooh, avoid those.
Oh, she's gonna get me. I was right next to her when she started shooting those. There is no avoiding it. If she does that.
And the explosion. She might fly across the other side. No. Jake, can I revive you now? Yep. There we go. Ooh. Trying to get my mana back.
Okay, we got the reflection.
Good. Try to toss these spears at her. Oops, standing back. Yeah, first time we fought her, I ended up trying to hit her while she was doing that, and
Yeah,
that
will just melt your face.
you can't really even walk it either because it drains all your stamina. It's like a large assorted currency bundle.
Let's see what it is.
Here we go. It's 1,000 of each. Wow.
Wow. Okay, so if you can do all the Crucibles, you can get every currency you need. One go. That's amazing.
That gives you another 150.
To do it again.
Yeah.
Not really necessary anymore.
Oh, let's go.
Having played... I don't even know. We literally played like 20 times. Because we played each other's playthrough. So, 10 times each. Maybe more than that. In the past 2 months.
Yeah, we played a bunch. So now I have a whole bunch. I could buy plenty of Duralium chunks if I wanted. Or the mirrors.
And all those things that have green triangles in the corner, those have already been purchased. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I don't have to buy those.
So you don't have to buy them again. If he tried, he wouldn't be able to buy them.
And when we start a new character again, they'll have all the stuff from this.
Which is amazing. Imagine if you could do that in Dark Souls. That is such a good feature. Like you do the Dark Wraith path one time on Dark Souls 1, every character gets a Dark Wraith armor set. That would be amazing, right?
Yeah.
You go and you do your Gravelord Covenant, and you've got your sword. They would have to nerf that sword because it was really, really, really good. Gravelord. But the spells, the Gravelord Greatsword spells, they were just horrible, so it wouldn't matter if everyone got one of those.
To start with,
or two of them.
Chaos, what's it called?
Oh yeah, everyone starts with Great Chaos Fireball.
Great Chaos Fireball, yeah.
That would have been really cool, though.
And you can do that still. I mean, you could put in the grind to have a character and have them so level 1. Even in Dark Souls 2 you could do something like that. And get all the stuff, farm it out, or invade people.
But you can't start with the stuff.
Yeah, you won't be able to start with it. It's gonna take time.
That's why this is just so great. If FromSoft learns from the competition, that would be amazing. Which they clearly are. If you haven't already seen the Night Rain information that's come out, it is so much like a Fortnite or, you know, a PUBG style situation, but no, not PvP, where you're just doing arena battles like the Crucibles we just did, basically. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. The pre-orders are out, so you can check your system, see if it's on your system, and you can pre-order it if you choose to. It comes out in May, and it looks really, really good. Except that it's Elden Ring, but we have hopes that if they put everything in it that they seem to be indicating, then we're going to be able to fight everything from Centipede Demon to Midir to the enemies that are in the unfortunate Elden Ring enemies. Not a fan of most of the bosses in Elden Ring.
They're quite disappointing.
Which is
I like it when the boss
why we're hesitant to say it's
looks cool.
really going to be amazing, but
and
it does look great.
And if the boss fight is fun to fight and looks cool, and it doesn't make sense to me.
As long as there's some sort of way to progress. If it's just run through with your friends and fight a few enemies and a boss, a few enemies and a boss, a few enemies and a boss, then it will be a little bit of fun, but if there's no way to progress yourself, your character, or whatever, there's no progress at all, it's going to get really boring really quickly. We don't like that kind of, there's no point in this, like Fall Guys or Fortnite's, you know?
There's not really any reason to play it besides just turning on for a minute and then...
We play very few games like that. There is one exception. The, Among Us. We have played a lot of that. It's a little bit different, though.
Yeah, it's not the same from those other games. Like with it, you could just turn it on really quick. With the other ones, it feels more of a setup. You have to set it up for it to really... I guess there's lobbies in that too, isn't there?
Yeah. The setup in Among Us is painful.
Yeah, it is. I forgot about that.
That's like the #1 reason we don't play it really a lot. We do have it on PlayStation and haven't ever gotten into it because we don't want to try to learn the communication system.
Well, thank you for watching.
That's Lords of the Fallen. We have gotten the trophies, 100%, except the DLC trophies, which include the Iron Man. We may get back on to try and get those trophies in the future, but the next game we play will not be this one. We're going to take another break from this.
And please leave a like, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. The streaming schedule is Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. On Mondays we stream Minecraft, and Tuesday through Friday we stream other games.
Okay, see you guys later, and have a good night.